Bugs, like moths and spiders, are some of my least favourite things. But do you know what I hate more than moths and spiders? Bugs. So after the great success of my game jam, what do you mean? People didn't like the graphics? Are people blind? Can you not see them? Look at these beautifully non-textured guns I've got. But anyway, with the game jam out of the way, it was finally time to start making more progress on the squares. But I did run into a few issues this time, so let's talk about it. So to recap, in the previous episode, we added in some camera controls, and some sound and beautiful particle effects. All I had left to do was to add in the last few mechanics for my game, so that I could start designing lots of levels. So I started with the ammunition for the game, so that the player could run out of ammunition, but then gain it back whenever they stopped a bullet in their shield mode. So I hopped onto Unity, and I began coding. It was pretty simple, I thought. All I had to do was make it so that when you shoot, you lose a bullet, and then when you shield a bullet, you gain it back. But it wasn't quite that simple, and we'll get back to that. With ammo working as it should, what good is it if you can't actually see how much ammo you've got left? So it's time to make some UI. Adding the UI code itself was actually pretty simple. It was just making sure that every time the ammo was changed, that the text component was updated to tell you what the current ammo is. The main problem I had with the UI was actually I spent about an hour just looking through fonts to actually find something I liked. But I ended up with this, and I think it's alright. With ammunition and UI complete, I thought it was about time I made a proper first level. I wanted this level to be simple so the player could get a hang of what they were doing, so I wanted to put them in a nice room where they could get used to the controls. Instead of adding any enemies to this level, instead I decided to add a destructible door so the player could get used to the shooting mechanic as well. The last thing I needed to add was a way to actually finish the level, so I created a where's it going? I created a portal using a mixture of particle effects and animation, and made it so that when you touch the portal, it will load the next level. The last thing I wanted to add was a little transition effect, because I thought it would look kinda cool. And in putting it all together, my level looks like this. So now that I've managed to make one level, I think it's time I started to make many more levels. But wait! Earlier, you said this! But I did run into a few issues this time. Oh yeah, I did. So yeah, my original plan was to make a bunch of levels, but it ends up that I had two major issues, which was that whenever the player got shot, he would still gain ammo, even if he didn't block it with the shield. And when he blocked the bullets with the shield, he would still take damage. So I think you can see how that's a problem. You shouldn't die when you're shielding something, but I had to fix those issues. Now I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot to film the bug fixing process, but I can recreate a moment from it. Oh my god, why the hell aren't you working? To give you the short version of how I fixed the bug, basically Unity has something called tags, so that you can tag something like the player as a player, or the enemy as an enemy. So what I did was I tagged the shield as a shield, and then made a little check to see that when it hits it, is it a shield? And if it's a shield, you don't take damage, and if it's the shield, then you gain the ammo. Pretty simple. Which it kind of was. I had some issues, hence the recreation of the bug. I couldn't get it working properly, but it's all good now. I fixed it. It's fine. So now, with all the bugs fit, oh, you know what, I really can't deal with this. I'll see you guys next time. Show some clips.